the 3-bucket strategy. Now, the promoters of this 3-bucket strategy argue that you cluster your investment, or you need to cluster your assets into 3 different buckets. Bucket 1, bucket 2, and bucket 3. And what are the contents of this bucket? That is what I'm going to be taking you through this video. But before we dive into these buckets, please press the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, do press the notification bell so that once I upload the other strategies that I will be uploading, YouTube will notify you. Also, leave me a comment in the comment section on what you think of this 3-bucket rule strategy, or this 3-bucket strategy. Also, leave me a comment in the comment section on which investment strategy works for you. Back to our 3-rule investment strategy. Have you subscribed? Please press the subscribe button. The promoters of the 3-bucket rule argue that, or reason that, or they advise that you need to cluster your investment, your assets, into 3 different buckets. Bucket 1, which is your liquidity bucket or the short-term bucket. Bucket 2, which is your wealth preservation bucket. And bucket 3, which is your growth bucket. Now, what are the components of these buckets? The first bucket, the liquidity bucket, this will be where you have your emergency funds. This is where you keep monies that you'll be using in the short term for retirement purposes. For those who are investing for retirement with a retirement objective, those who are accumulating funds for the purpose of retirement, the monies that are in this bucket will be the dividends that you receive from your investment in shares, dividends you receive from your investment in from your SACCOs. This will be the capital share outs from your investment in rates. This will be your treasury bills. This is your coupons, the coupons you receive from treasury bonds. Money is held in your fixed deposits. Money is held in your savings accounts. So the first bucket, the liquidity bucket, will be comprised of these short-term, safe, and liquid investments, right? Now, the second bucket, your second cluster, also called safety bucket. This bucket, the second bucket, will also contain some bonds. The bonds that will mature within 3 to 5 years, right? Or 3 to 10 years. Safety ladder. This ladder also has your coupons. This ladder also has the shares that you receive from stocks that you accumulated over your working period. Has your equity funds. Remember, unit trusts have money market funds, which will be in your first bucket. They have the hybrid funds, the fixed income funds, they have the equity funds. Now, those ones will be in your second bucket, right? The MMF will be in your first bucket. Your second bucket is your safety fund. The monies held in this bucket should match or beat inflation, but I advise you to beat inflation. The income you earn from this bucket must always beat the inflation rate. Right now, the inflation is at 2.something%. So monies held in this bucket should be earning you at least 5% or in excess of that, right? The third bucket, this is the wealth growth bucket, or the growth bucket, or the wealth accumulation bucket. This is where you have your investment, the long-term investment. This is where you have your long-term bonds, the 30-year bonds. This is where you have your investment in shares. This is where you have your investment in property. This is where you have the investment in assets that grow over time. Things like gold. This is where you have your investments that grow over time, that appreciate in value over time. So it's investments that needs a lot of time to grow so that it can beat the bear and the bull seasons, market seasons, yeah? So the third bucket will be where you have your real estates and other assets that you need time for you to maximize your return on investment. It is in this bucket where you get to experience and realize the power of compounding, because money or assets or investments in this third bucket are meant to be stored there for the long-term goal, for the long-term goal, for until the foreseeable or the unforeseeable future. This is where you keep your monies, or you purpose to store your assets for as long as 10 years or 30 years. So this is not money that you expect to withdraw in the foreseeable future. So because of that length or the long-term horizon of this investment, there you are bound to experience the power of compounding. The 3-bucket investment rule. This investment strategy may not work for everyone. So I'll be stay put for the other strategies that I'll be bringing for you. I'll be uploading so that you can be able to pick a strategy that may work for you. However, you can use 2 or 3 different strategies that you can put together 2 or 3 different strategies that when you combine could work for you. Mommy duty calls. I'll press the subscribe button and see you on the next video.